Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Martians and Neptunians, we have made it to the end of the NPA season. Week 13 is here. I am Lynx Forte, your host, and with me as, well, I don't want to say always, but usually, is Levenant.
Apparently I'm not always here, because apparently you're just the deer, and apparently I'm in the headlights, so get on my face. Let's make some mice.
That was just horrible.
Was a wrap.
That was just
it
horrible.
Was real.
That was just horrible.
I know. It was so terrible. It was lit. I just gotta tell you guys right now, this season's been absolutely insane. Lynxy, I tip my hat to you for being my homie sauce. I want to give you a hug, but I don't want to catch a disease, so we're not gonna do that.
Just
I know.
I'm clean, man. I'm clean. I've been clean for so long.
Well, okay, you're right. You're so clean that you're clean. Oh my gosh.
You're trying too hard. You're trying too hard right now.
I'm not trying at all right now. Let's try. I can try. You want me to try for real? You want me to try for real?
I really don't.
Man, I will.
I really don't.
I will launder you outside right now. I will launder you outside. Man. I'll catch you outside. How about that?
Yeah. How about not?
Okay, good. Because I'm not. I don't want to be like. I don't want to act like a 13-year-old girl on here and get myself on Dr. Phil. I don't want to play that game. But anyway, so here's the thing, guys. That the MPA has been going crazy hard all season long. And now it comes to the final week. For the most part, the playoff picture is set in a lot of different divisions, but in some divisions, it's really not. Right, Lynxy?
That's right, man. It's just been really crazy the last couple weeks, and we were hoping last week, things would settle down. Some people would pick up some wins and basically seal things, but chaos is here, and this is where we find out who's going to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, so we find out who's got the biscuit, who's got the butter, and who's getting ready to get nutted. And I shouldn't have said that. I went too far on that one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I forget. We're on a PG-esque type channel. We're gonna forget that one and move on. Baseball bats in the air. Like I don't like player don't care. All right, guys. So let's look at the red division, Mr. Lynxy.
All right.
Same as last week, right? Same as last week.
Yeah, nothing's really changing here. We got Philadelphia at the top, New Orleans in second, and Rochester right there behind them.
Yeah, and the big thing is, the only thing that can possibly happen this week is Philadelphia loses, and even then they still beat out New Orleans on differentials and tiebreakers out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker number one, of course, being divisional wins. Tiebreaker number two, of course, being differential.
Yeah.
So they would tie on differential. Sorry, they would tie on divisional wins and then lose on differential. The Pelipers would to the Philadelphia no matter what. So Philadelphia has clinched the number one spot in that division. Boom, chakalaka. Good for you.
All right, so yeah, I think this division is pretty much locked up based on records. Yeah, Chris Cobain takes first place in this division. New Orleans takes second, no matter what happens, and then Rochester takes third. Like that Rochester-New Orleans match doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it matters for record purposes.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter at all.
None of these battles really matter as far as the division is concerned.
Right. The only possible one that really matters is going to be the Philadelphia one, as far as just whether or not they're going to be able to have the number one spot, as far as just getting a different playoff matchup. Reason why, over in the blue division, we take a look at the blue division, we see that now this is just we can release classified information, correct?
I mean, they're gonna. If they don't follow A-Drive on Twitter, they don't know. But I mean, we might as well tell them here.
All right. Yeah, A-Drive has already clinched his 10th win for the season due to a forfeit situation from Mr. Pittsburgh. Pete Shoes himself, Mr. Numb Nexus, meaning that Mr. A-Drive is in fact the. Can I just go ahead and say it right now?
Go ahead.
Lynxy?
Go ahead.
Just go ahead and say it right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
You already know it. Yeah, Mr. A-Drive actually did finish out the season without losing one game after picking up Gudra. That's right, he picked up Gudra and managed to go the entire rest of the way of the season without losing. Baby got Thickums on there. What's up? Yeah.
All right, good.
That Gudra love up in here, man. People keep talking about that that love, that weekend style love up in here, because he's got all them skills and some lyrics and whatnot. But baby girl, give me some of that Gudra right there, and we'll call it good, okay? She can't sing very well, but you know what? I'll still put her on the stage. What's up? Gudra, baby, Gudra.
All right, you good?
No, I'm not good yet. Can I get like 5 more minutes of Goodra love?
No, you can't get that long.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. But if you look at the rest of the division, I mean, pretty much we're in a situation right now with AJF guaranteed the win. Colorado is guaranteed a lock for second place in the division as far as that goes, and so they're playing essentially for a spot as whether or not they're going to play. The top seed is over New Orleans as far as in the actual conference roster. And the big question, of course, this week is going to be the issue of Chicago and, of course, the Seattle Raptors. We've been talking about this for the last 3 weeks. We knew it was going to come down to the wire, and it actually has, like we predicted, come down to the wire. Winner of this, basically, if Chicago loses, if both teams lose this week, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, Chicago goes to the playoffs.
Chicago's in the driver's seat in this right now. Chicago really has 3 divisional wins compared to Seattle's 2. So Chicago would need to lose.
Correct. Out of three out of the possible 4 scenarios that can play out between these two matches that needs to happen, 3 of the 4 end up putting Chicago in the playoffs, which we knew it was going to be a tough road, for Seattle if they couldn't pick up a win going into this last week before the last week happened, and it happened. It stinks for the Star Raptors because they've had a very good season as far as it goes down, but they have a 25% mathematical chance to get in the playoffs right now. That's mathematics. That is not actual factoid. And the thing is that it's actually probably less because of the fact that Chicago is playing a team that is substantially below 500. So I mean, I hate to say this like this, but it's the chances of Seattle getting in the playoffs are slim and none. Slim has left the station on the train. So I mean, I'm saying, Lynxy, they ain't looking good.
Yeah, but I mean, Gophers did play spoiler to a couple teams this season in Tampa Bay and Colorado, so there's hope. Yes, no. If you play it like that, hope's good and all, but we're not in Star Wars universe right now. We're not in the Star Wars universe right now. I'm sorry. I just okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So my bad.
There's no lightsabers.
Maybe Gophers joins the Church of Willowism and then pulls out that win. Does that make you feel better?
That actually does, because the Jedi Church, I'm pretty sure, is just a corrupt system that just it's kind of like the Catholic Church or anything else. Just scary. Just scares me. You want to know why? Because anytime you get a bunch of old guys in a room saying this one's too old, you're like, I'm good. We gotta get out of here. This ain't right. This ain't right. He's too old. What do you mean he's too old? I mean he's too old. He be. Just Mr. Yoda. What are you talking about right now? I'm just like, I'm gone. I'm gone at that point. I'm like, I turn the television off. I burn that disc. I wasn't watching no Revenge of the Sith up in here. Okay. No wonder Anakin went crazy. Okay. Sheesh. All right.
All right, so yeah, this Kanto conference, it's pretty much in a lock. Like, we know 5 of the 6 teams. We're just waiting for that last one. So if you guys are like really interested in this playoff race, look for Chicago versus Hampshire, and then Seattle Star Raptors versus Colorado. Like, those are the 2 biggest matchups as far as this division goes.
Correct. Now, the Rochester match does matter because if Rochester does win, they are able to possibly put themselves ahead of. It basically is a placing scenario, essentially. That's really going to be the issue going forward. But yeah, if you're going to watch 2 matches from this conference this week, you got to watch Chicago versus Hampshire and then Seattle versus Colorado.
Well, this is the thing. So the bottom 3, like, this is what I was working on before we started recording. So the bottom 3, as far as this division, kind of moved around. Rochester last week was in 5th, and then it was Seattle and then Chicago.
Right.
Because of the games, Rochester is now in 6th, Chicago is now in 5th, and Seattle's in 7th. So Chicago has the chance to get the 5th overall, but I mean it's 3rd in the division still.
Right.
So they're going to end up playing John anyway.
Right. The only difference, though, is whether does he want to who does he end up playing in the first round? He's
going to play John.
That's why it matters.
No, he's going to play John no matter what. Because what it is, it's the 2 seed from one division versus the 3rd seed into the other one. So yeah,
that's right. Because I forget the top 2 have the first week off, like the NFL.
Right.
I'm sorry, Levo has slept since last week, and has actually just ate a delicious Arby's sandwich that I
whoa! Arby's and delicious.
I know it was a sin. It was evil. I repent, Lord Willow. Please forgive me for my evil. Do you think Lord Willow will forgive me?
Maybe.
It's not good enough.
But
as far as that goes, guys, it's pretty much the conference. It's pretty much the Kanto conference right there in a nutshell. You're right, because of the first round issues. We do already know who's going to have the bye week. Essentially, there's going to be Cobain. It is going to be A Drive. And the question now is just going to be just where all do they fit? Where do they fit?
I mean, it's really just who does John play round one?
Right,
I mean,
and then
Colorado plays Rapidash.
Right, exactly. But anyway, so going forward, going over to the other conference, our Johto conference, how does it look over in the gold division? I mean, first of all, this division is a complete. This conference is a complete.
Yeah, this conference from top to bottom is chaos, and you know what? I actually love it.
Yeah, because it actually is nice to actually have things to root for in the last week. And first off, in the gold division, can I just say it's awesome how there are 5 teams in this gold division still alive for the playoffs? Cressel Key, girl, what you doing? Get that Aussie butt back in that game. She's Australian, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Get the Aussie butt back in the game. Sheesh. Look at you go, girl.
Making that end of the season push.
Yeah. It's that late game push, yo. Jeez. Turning into a hard carry on level 25 all of a sudden. Get that epic item, and now she's on the roll right now. Yeah, just a little MOBA talk for you right there. Oh my gosh. But check this out, guys. We got essentially, we do still have the situation where Munchlaxter is pretty much kind of in a pseudo lock essentially for their division. The Landorus are kind of technically on a kind of still level. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Landorus do beat Adelaide, and Bub does lose to Seattle. Then no matter what, Landorus do actually get the leaders, the first spot in the division because of the Landorus not having lost in their division. Is that correct?
That's right. The Landorus are currently 4-0. No offense to Crest, but this looks like Jerry's going to pick up a clean sweep of his division. Now, he does need Jodor to pick up a win against Bub, which would be good for Jodor because that locks him into the playoffs as well. So that just messes with everything. If Jodor picks up a win, Jerry Oak picks up a win, Jerry gets or wins the division, Bub comes in second, and then Joe gets into the playoffs. That elusive playoff spot that he's been missing out on for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
And what's crazy is that it's a spot that technically he should have had 3 weeks ago.
Right.
But he wanted to be the nice guy, and that's what Jodor is. He's the awesome nice guy, and sadly he's opened up a dirty monkey that's kind of threatening to keep him out of the playoffs. And that's a dirty monkey right there. I mean, it really is. It's it's disgusting.
I think the only saving grace Jodor has is that Bub may not take this as serious. I take that back. No, Bub will take this seriously because he'll probably look at it and say he hasn't locked up the division yet. So Bub is probably going to take this seriously. It's just kind of unfortunate for Jodor because I look at it like even though he has the lead as far as the bottom 3 teams in this division, I don't think he's in control. I think the control is in Papa C's favor.
It really is. I hate to say this, but Papa C's going up against the guy who's been giving out the most 6-0s this season.
Yeah, and I think Papa C wins this one pretty easy. And unless Jodor can pull it off,
by a good margin. Yeah, he wins by a good margin too. I mean, and I hate to say it, I'm not saying that as Skylar's going to go in there and just think himself. No, but Skylar's hasn't had a very good season. Crystal Key 6-0'd him. You look back a few weeks earlier. This guy, is a guy that really hasn't, shown us very much of anything special. I mean, I think even the Rage Quitters played better than him. I mean, essentially, it's just one of those things. The Waterloo Sawbucks gave him a 4-0. You look at a bunch of these other situations. He has not played a good season, and that's the thing is that what he's walking into. He's walking into a situation where it could very easily just be a real big dink getting ready to come forward. Because remember, this is a guy who, like I said, got 6-0'd by Cress, got 6-0'd by the Star Raptors, got 6-0'd by Kyle A, got 5-0'd by Tampa Bay, got 5-0'd by the LA Landers. And this is a situation where I feel like because if Papa C and Jodor end up tied, Papa C wins.
Yeah, he does.
And that's the thing, is that this is another one of those situations where, Jodor, it's a 50-50 roll as far as percentage of outcomes that end up Jodor in the playoffs.
Jodor wins, he's in. Jodor loses.
Right.
He has a chance, but then everybody else needs to lose too. Right.
And it's kind of a 50-50 roll for Jodor making the playoffs, but at the same time, that 50-50 roll is not in his favor because of who he's playing versus who Papa C's playing.
Yeah.
And that's really the issue. Papa C, all he has to do is tie Jodor and he gets in the playoffs.
Like, Jodor's situation is the definition of you control your own destiny.
Right.
So it's...
Jodor right now needs a win this week and a big win. He needs to pay off Bub. He needs to go give Bub like $2, a beer, and a blanket, and just say, "Listen, bro, let's work this out." In fact, I'm going to go and start that negotiation process right now.
I mean, Bub might take it. He is a college student, so
yeah. I mean, just saying. It's never shortchange a negotiation process.
All right, so let's take a look at this silver division as well. And this is a toss-up division.
What are you talking about? There's 3 people in there. The 3 people that are in there. There's only 3 people in there that can actually make the playoffs.
Yeah, but all 3 of those people can still lock it up.
Exactly.
And it's just fun to watch, because this is, if you look at the records, this is probably the best division.
All right there next to each other.
What's that?
They're all right there next to each other.
Yeah. It's right now we have Maryland at the top, followed by Leicester City and then Orlando. But if Maryland and Leicester City take L's this week and Orlando wins, Orlando just locks up the division. This is fun.
This really is a fun one. Because you're right. It's coming down to the wire. They're all in similar spots. Now, people are looking at us like, "Oh, where did Leicester City get that loss from?"
Yeah,
well, you gotta remember that him and Kelly played last week, and they had kind of a little poops and scoops game, if you will. I guess did Kelly get the win for that battle? Was that correct?
Kelly got the win. I think it was a 3-0 win.
Right.
It was a meme battle had on Showdown. I'm surprised that neither of them uploaded it because it was fun to watch. But at the same time,
one of those where you
go ahead.
It is what it is, and it's cool to see them, being able to relax mid season or whatever. They probably weren't expecting, Orlando to keep their winning streak alive to where now they're possibly looking at a situation where they could be, on the outside looking in. But at the same time, they're both Kelly and Leicester City are playing opponents this week that it favors them in this situation, so to speak.
Yeah, both of them should pick up wins, and I expect both of them to pick up wins. Orlando, that's a toss-up matchup because Willow is no slouch. I mean, I don't expect him to the battle doesn't mean much to him, but he may want to play spoilers.
Right. And the other thing is that if he can keep Orlando out of having a bye week, I mean, that just creates a whole bunch of problems,
Yeah. Because going into that meme battle, I know Kelly and T-Train were expecting that one of them would get the bye week.
Right.
But now you don't know.
Right. And Bub is probably going to go all out just because he wants that bye week also. So
yeah.
It's one of those,
That will probably be a great thing for Bub because he gets that bye week and then he ends up playing whoever the lowest seed in the silver division is, which is probably gonna be T-Train. Like, if, you know, saying T-Train gets past that first round, he's probably gonna end up playing T-Train.
We'll see. We'll see. What I do know is that there's definitely going to be some. There's definitely one team that's making it into the playoffs that has just an abysmal record, and there's definitely one team, missing the playoffs that definitely deserves to go to the playoffs this season. You know, and that's going to be obviously in the blue division, where we see, you know, Chicago and Seattle this week, the Seattle Raptors this week battling it out just to try and stay alive. You know, good luck to both of you there. But like I said, our money, our odds are in favor of Chicago this season in the playoffs.
Yep.
Any final thoughts, Monsieur Lynxy?
This has been a fun season. I look forward to seeing all the battles this weekend to finally end the chaos, although the chaos is fun.
Right.
But outside of that, man, like, it's been fun working with you.
Can I just say, Lynxy, it is an honor to serve alongside a gentleman and a scholar. You know, somebody who's able to tolerate the randomness that is me at times. You know, because I'll be honest with you, there are some times that I don't even know where those tangents are going. And occasionally, you know, if you feel like you get hit by a railroad stop sign or whatever, and you're just like, oh my gosh, how did we get here? And I just appreciate you so much, bud. I'm gonna miss you so much.
You're gonna make me cry, man. You're gonna make me cry.
Will you sign my forehead?
I don't do that. I only sign boobs.
All right, let me go find a girl real fast to help me out here, and then I'll have to marry her so that way I can just keep your autograph.
What you do is your preference, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna go find Ariana Grande so that way it's at least worthwhile.
If you get Ariana Grande, you won't be keeping her. I can tell you that.
Ariana, what are you talking about?
I'm taking her,
bro. I will sword fight you right now for this.
All right, you know what? Let's end this and let's fight. How about that?
All right, folks. If you never hear from either one of us again, it's probably if we both kill each other in a fight to a death over a girl who doesn't even know our names. Guys, this is Levo, aka Warfare 120, signing off alongside the one and only Lynx, Pimp Kane Forte.
Guys, enjoy the battles. This was a great season. Can't wait to do it again next season if Jodor brings us back, because, you know, we said a lot of things this season.
What are you talking about? We're totally fired.
Yeah, we are. This is like the end of this is like the end of the Robot Chicken. See, every season it's like, oh, we're fired. We're canceled.
Yep.
Take it easy, you guys.
Take it easy, guys. Peace.